So as we prepare to engage in this breath awareness exercise, I invite you to adopt a comfortable position and preferably one that allows you to access your lungs as well as the diaphragm so that you can really engage in some deeper breaths than you might normally. So if you're in a place where you can lie down, that's one way to really sort of lengthen the body. If you are sitting, just ensuring that you're sitting in a relatively upright position, really allowing the chest to open and letting the belly sort of be soft and accessible. And so taking the next moment or two to find that comfortable position. And then doing anything else you might need to set aside any distractions and just really arrive in this moment. As always, you are welcome to close your eyes, or you could rest your gaze toward the floor. Perhaps do a quick check-in with the body, just noticing how it feels in this moment. And just allow your body to relax and settle in. And then I invite you to begin by simply noticing your breath. Paying attention to the quality of your breath, whether it's fast or slow, shallow or deep, easy or perhaps difficult. And so for right now, not trying to do anything or achieve anything with your breath, but just tuning in to its natural rhythm in this moment. Perhaps noticing where the breath enters and exits your body, through the nose, or maybe the mouth, maybe both. Maybe noticing the pace of your breath. Sensing your breath in the chest as it enters the lungs, filling them, and then as it exits the body, letting the lungs empty once more. Sensing the rib cage surrounding the heart and lungs, protecting those vital organs. Now that you've had a chance to become familiar with your breath in its natural state, we'll explore some of the ways that we can use breath as part of our mindfulness practice. So one of the simplest ways is to do what we just did, which is to just simply pause and notice your breath, sensing it in your body, sensing the quality of your breath, the pace. But we can also use some techniques to help us relax if needed, calm down, find a sense of peace in our bodies and in our minds. And so one way to do so is by using a breath count, where you simply choose a number for how long you want to inhale and how long you want to exhale. So for example, you may start with just an in-breath of a 3 count, a little pause at the top, and then an exhale for a 3 count, and then a pause at the bottom, and just repeat that. And you can silently count in your head and just find a rhythm and a flow. So I invite you to do that now, choosing your own count, and just engage in a few breaths for the next couple of moments. And if counting doesn't feel right or resonate with you, another technique you can use is to use words as you breathe in and out. And so maybe you silently say the word inhale as you breathe in, and exhale as you breathe out. Or you could use breathe in and breathe out. So I invite you to try that next and see if using words or a word can help you stay focused on your breath. And then the last way I want to share with using your breath awareness is by extending the breath on the exhale. So making your exhale longer than the inhale. And one of the reasons why we do this is it typically helps us breathe a little deeper, engaging the diaphragm so that we're not just breathing from the chest, but really reaching down into the belly. And by extending the exhale, it can help engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which can help elicit what we like to call the rest and digest response. It's sort of opposite of the fight or flight. And it can help induce the relaxation response. And so it's a really valuable tool if you are feeling anxious or upset and need to find a way to sort of calm the body as well as the mind. And so the difference between the inhale and the exhale doesn't necessarily have to be very great. It can just be extending it by 1 second or a couple seconds longer. So if you do like the idea of using a count, you could breathe in for 3, breathe out for 4, or breathe in for 4, and breathe out for 6. And so I invite you to just sort of experiment and play with what length of inhale and exhale works best for you to really be able to access those deep belly breaths. And just keeping in mind that this type of breathing just doesn't have to be difficult or challenging. You still want it to be easy. And so not striving too hard to accomplish this type of breathing. So take the next few moments to try this technique of extending your exhale. And just see how you feel after doing that a few times. And then when you're ready, you can just allow your breath to return to its normal, natural pace. And just allow yourself to sit, simply noticing. And if you found yourself struggling with any of these breathing techniques, do your best to treat that with kindness and compassion. It can take practice, so don't beat yourself up. If you feel like it is difficult to extend the exhale or to use a count or words with your breathing, but just keep practicing. Experiment with what works for you. And in the end, just remember the most important thing is to just keep breathing. With that, we'll take one slow, deep breath in. And then gently let it out. And then when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes if they were closed, or lift the gaze. Feel free to take a moment to stretch or move your body in any way that you need to. Just allow yourself to arrive back in this moment as you prepare to continue forward with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me today.